Start. Hi, how are you? I'm just fixing up my thing in case anyone does decide to come and have a look what I'm doing, and I can't help myself. As you can see behind me, I've got 1,000 cards there and lots of birthdays. Now, as I said, I'm making a mini album, surprise, surprise. I've done it before because I've got lots of cards to give away, and so I don't need any more, really. So, as much as they're nice, and I think that anyone getting this kit will have fun putting it together because it's got a lovely lot of colours and all of that. But it's not tickling my fancy. It's got some nice stamps. It also comes with a Timber Tiger block, stamp block, which I might not open because I've got my big one here, which is Timber Tiger. It matches up, if you have a look on the back, it's got coordinated colours, so basic black, Darling Ducky, Hydrangea Hue, it's the new one, and Old Olive. So they're all the ones that go with it that you can use later, but we're not going to be using these for a wee bit, so we've got to get that. And it comes with another block. That's nice and handy because that will look good. So in here is plain cards. They've got a little, it's a bit hard to see there, they've got sort of a shape on the envelope, probably to make it look pretty, I don't know. Anyway, some of them have got, I suppose if you're going to cut them up and use them in the page, that's a good idea. So we can use them as our white paper if we want to. It's got a happy birthday, but I'm not going to use that. I'll do that another day. It's got some little dots and some mini, oh my goodness, my brain just went south. Mini dots, you know, for dimensionals, some mini ones. And then it's got, it's got that, that's me. So it's got these cards, which are in Hydrangea Hue, and I would say Timber Tiger. No, they look like, where's the colours on the back again? Let me have another look because they look very pink to me. Contains 9 envelopes, nine cards. So these are the cards, 9 of them, and some of them are got the bends to do the like that one's got a bend there. You can have a look there. It's got a bend, so that's to make your easel. It's got the shapes, a heap of those shapes, the cards. It's got plain pieces, okay, and then under here, which I'm looking forward to, there's some tags. Under here are 3 pages of the flowers, which I am so looking forward to putting on because that's what I want from it. I don't know that I've come up on Nettie's. Nettie's card making seems to be on, but I can't see it. Anyway, so let's get started. This stuff I won't need for a little bit because I've got to put the album together. Now, I worked on another album for one of my other paper pumpkins that I again decided I liked something different. I'm just going to put this by the side way and get started. So my last album I did one for Paper Pumpkin was, where did I put it? I put it out. No, not that one. Isn't it funny? I put it out particularly so I could show you. Here it is here. So that one I did, and because that was my first one, it's quite small, and like I had a couple of mistakes in it and a couple of things. I didn't like the paper that came in the back, but the bikes and that I got used, and then I did that. And I showed you I made the ladies all of these. Oh, I can't see it. I used all the leftovers and made cards, so I showed them on my last live if you want to go back and have a look at them. So now I'm going to do another one a little bit different. So I'll pop all this out of the way because I don't want to get it all lost. I'll put it back in the box and let's start on our album. So with this one, I'm also going to coordinate the paper medley, which has the same colours: Coral Calypso, Darling Ducky, Hydrangea Hue, Misty Moonlight, Peaceful Pine, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock. So I can bring some of those other colours in if I want, but I'm not sure until I get started on that side. So here we have, now I have got my trusty, because I haven't got a big ruler over here. So we have 3 pieces that are 6.5 by, I'll do this one, 6.5 by 10. So what I'm going to do is on a 1/2 inch. Now, someone told me, I think you've all heard this, someone told me if you cut off that and use a brush, you can get all the glue from outside. So I need to do just a 1/2 inch along here. And I thought, well, why not try it? We do like to get the best out of our stuff. Okay, so I just cut that open and off I go. My brush is a bit stiff because it sort of sits out in the thing. It sits out in the air and gets hard, but that's actually nicer for me because it's not going everywhere. See how it's just going to go in and get that. Okay, I'm going to get a bit more. So I've nearly got all the glue out of that. I didn't think there'd be much in it. I looked when I cut it open and it didn't seem to be very gluey at all. So there you go. Run that along and you've got your 1/2 inch. So there's no scores, there's just glue at 1/2 inch. And I'm going to line that up to a 1/2 inch. Where's my ruler here? Okay, I'll do it on this end. So 1/2 inch, I'm going to find a flat straight line. Okay, there. And a 1/2 inch is 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I did it that wide. I think I might have done it a little bit in, but I'm going to put it on there. Oops. I just squished that across the back and on the bottom. Now that's not going to go too well for me. Oh, where's my, here it is. So that'll all dry and it's all going to be covered. Well, it might not be. Okay, and on there. I might use that side because that got a bit of glue. So 3 at 10 by 6.5. Okay. Yeah. And I'll just do this one. Can you see it? I'm in screen. You know that I have a trouble with my screen sometimes and I don't get it. Yeah, I think I might have just about, oh no. Now you could use tape, tear and tape. I did one before that in tear and tape. So this is just black cardstock and very sticky glue that I'm getting. Look at that. All of that out of there. Okay, I think that's the end of that one. Oh, hi Kerry. Changing to YouTube as I find it better. Yes, I agree. It definitely is better. For some reason my Facebook's not showing up on my screen. It's showing up live, but not on my phone. So if anyone does come on Just a random, I thought I'd better get this out of the road because we've got quite a bit on coming up. Alright, so you've done that. So I'm just going to make sure that's okay on that side. And we're just going to let that sit and dry. There's my rubber glue. Just clean that up a bit. Alright. Okay, that's that. Now, so you've seen that, 10 by 6.5. Then we have 2 at 6 by 8. Okay, and 1 at 1 by 8. Now this is the card that comes on the back of our Stampin' Up. So that is going to be smack in the middle. A bit to there, a bit to there, a bit to there. Okay, we've got about 1 inch. That will come in a minute. I'm just trying to put it where there's no seam. The seam's over here. So I'm getting it right smack. And I'll just get my trusty in the middle because it's 18. So 8 and 8 is 16. That's about it. So we'll start with that. Now I will use some tear and tape. I've got an old one here. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's a 1/2 inch. I thought I'd put a whole inch to make it easier on myself. So, down we go. Okay, and then we do the same at the back. Now you can use glue if you want. It's going to stick, and it's going to be covered, so you're not going to see a lot of it. But I kind of like the tape. All right, and then the other. So remember, 2 at 6 by 8. Write these down as you go. Because I'm not really going to do a big tutorial. I think you have to go through and watch. I think I've done it better than I did last time, so I hope. Okay, where's my pick? This is where I drop all my rubbish on the floor. Might put another couple in there. Alright. So this is the easy bit. Where's my bone folder? Okay. So we're just going to bone fold them over a bit, get them down. Okay. And I want to do this one first. I'm going to drop it all on the floor and pick it up later. So as I said, that's the seam on that side and the seam there. So I'm going to put it about 1 inch down and there. Did you get this kit? Anybody get this kit? I don't know why my my Facebook isn't working, I think. I'm just going to check if there's netties. No, it's not showing on netties. Oh well, don't worry about it. I don't know what I've done wrong over there. I can see it moving, the camera's showing. And this one is just going to go, I think it's about 1/4 of an inch. I'll measure it for you. That's a quarter. Yeah, about a quarter. Alright. Now this one on the other side. How fast is this? It'll be the other stuff that gets us going. Yeah, I wish everyone would go to YouTube. So did you subscribe? I'll get a person. I lost 2 last week. See, the thing is, I did advertise once, and so you pick up a lot of people that don't really want to be there. Hopefully that's done all right. Oh, yep, it just looked to me. Alright, so we're just going to score down the middle a bit. Okay, and we're going to score all along there. To there. To there. And right, whoop, sailing over there and there. And we're going to cut, now not too close. I hope I've not done it too close. And I hope I haven't done it too far away. Oops, I should have used, there they are over there, my bigger scissors. Okay, they can go into there. Alright, so now you've seen me, I've folded them. Just going to do that. That one, and that one, and this one. Right. Now, I'm just going to tape all around here again. And here, nearly there. Okay, turn that around. Have you made any albums, guys? Hi Nicole, how are you? Seem to have lost my Facebook settings, so it says it's on TV, I can see myself working, but I don't seem to come up on my netties, so never mind. If they want to, if you come onto Facebook, just know I can't see you. And 2 more here. Yeah, I should have called out and told me I'd done that wrong. Nicole, did you get the paper pumpkin? Next month's going to be quite nice because it's autumn, but I'm not sure, girl. I'm not sure. I didn't get a lot of looks last time, so maybe I won't bother, because unless I really like the stamps, I don't want to make them. There'd be something I'd put in my bag to go away if I went away for a week, and I'd sit down, and if we weren't going out drinking and partying and doing all that. We're shockers. We like to go out. We just had a great time away for our anniversary. Yeah, that's where that bend is. I hope this works. I hope I've cut it properly. I get a bit worried. Oh, Oh, did it just, oh my goodness. All right. That's not too good. I might need a little bit of broken glue in there. It's just ripped a bit off. I'll just do that. There you go. Unfortunately, the cardstock isn't as pliable as some. Right. And okay, there we have it. We have now just gently. Okay, that's my thing. I'll be covering that. We have a book, 3 pages by 10 by 6.5, and 2 inside mats at 6 by 8, 1 at 1 by 8. Now, as I go on, those will be covered. So I'm just going to give that a little bone fold there, so when it actually opens, that opens properly with it. Okay. And there it is. Let's stuff it full. Mike should be here tomorrow. Oh, paper pumpkin hasn't arrived yet. Oh, mine. I thought you said Mike. I was like, might be interesting. Ah, well, I got it, but it wasn't quite as, I don't mean to be mean, impressed. Okay, so next I have a pile of things, so I'll get to them. So our first page is 6 by 8 and 6 by 5.5. Now we are going to, if I'm correct, this is an envelope, right, and this piece is 6 by 4, and I am going to score at both ends, which I hadn't written on that one, so I should just do that quickly. Score ½ inch both sides, score ½ inch left, right and bottom. Okay, so I will quickly do that. You know, I went back through this like 3 times making sure I got this right. Okay, so this is our little pocket. Well, maybe it wasn't, maybe that was just a flap that opened up. Now this is to go, this is going on the base of it and it's going on after. So you're not going to do this now, alright? So even though you're cutting this out because I rolled it over first, you're not going to. So cut across the corners and leave that ready. Put that one aside because that, oh, see, I hate that thing that falls off. I was drawing. The inside is going to be there and that. So yeah, so this one is going to be done and then put away for a minute, okay? ½ inch by ½ inch. I cut all my, I got the, what do you call it, the, what's that thing you do on your nails? The filing. And I filed all my nails back because they'd grown so much. And I was finding it hard to pick up anything. I was trying to do some stamping and die cutting for my card on Tuesday if I make it back. And the dies get fallen on the floor and I couldn't pick them up. Okay, so they're going to be the back page. So that's 6 by 8. Sorry, the front inside panel. So, and we can't put that onto last. So that's that front one there. Okay. So that one has to go somewhere safe. I'll put it there. We'll see if that works with me. Alright, so next page is this one. And that is, where is it? Oh, 6 by 8, that's at the back. No, hold on. Okay, this is this one. Okay, so that's 9. I've not done that on there. Alright. Oh, here comes my waiter. Say hi to Kerry and Nicole.
Hello, everyone.
That's my Michael.
Chocolate biscuit and coffee.
Yes, good boy. And so this is 9 by 8 scored at 3.5 from that end, obviously. Alright. So that one's on the inside as my pocket. So because you don't add that till later. So the next one is this one. Okay. We're building as we go. So because of this building, we have to have, and I think I've got one with the instructions. We need to have 4 at 8 by 1.5 and score at half. And I'll leave that there for a second so you can write it down. Okay, so you score it and you bend them up. And these are going to be our mechanisms to help hold it all. It's all a little bit different than the ones I've done before. And again, we're going to quickly snip top and bottom like this. And we'll be doing this on all the ones we use to add them. So this is what makes your binding a bit different and not so hard. He's Michael. So I had to do 2 hours of driving lessons today because the boys need their points, and one boy has only got 5 hours or 6 hours. Thanks, Kerry, I'll tell him. And the other boy's got 60, but the boy that's got little, he's a bit nervous. Alright, so now I'm just going to make sure I've got that right. So when that goes in, that will be a page there that one goes down. So that, we'll get to that. So we'll get that in a minute. Okay, got to remember what I did. So the first one is that one I told you here is going to be going in there, right? And it goes there. Now this one is going to go in here, and this is going to have the hinge, which will go here. Okay, so we can put that in, but we can't put that on till we've done the rest. So the hinge is like I've showed you here. So I've got to remember what I'm doing. Oh, you add those last to that one, and it's going to, that one will be added last, and it will go, because it's going that way, it will go under there. So I can put that on there for now and show you. I'm just going to get a normal glue one. Because it's a 3.5 hour drive tomorrow for the funeral, so that will go on the back of this. Okay, so that's our first page and our hinge. And I found this hinge was so much better than the last one I did, and you had to try and tape them all back in. Now I'm just, and that's, can go up a little bit and it's not going to move. So I have a little bit over there. So I must check that these are 8 by 1.5. Come on, Trusty, out you come. All quilters have long ones like this. So I'm just going to, because to get my cutting trimmer out the whole time, it's too hard. Yeah, that is a tad over 8, so we might find that happens again. Alright, so let's just get another one ready. And even if it is over a bit, we're fine. We know what we're doing. Alright, so that is page 1. And that will be going, if I've got that right, which I'm sure I have. I hope I have. Yes, because that goes right down into there, and then that opens up on there. Hold on. Maybe we'll be using it the other way. Yeah, because that might be the... I think it might be... That's in there. And that goes over. We'll be coming back to that one, please. We'll go back and double check that on. I've got a picture of it here. Yeah. Is that? Look, we'll come back to that because it's going to happen. That's going to happen. That's the first page. Alright, let's put that there. And our second page is this one. So this is a waterfall, and we've got 4 at 6 by 6, and we scored at 1/2 inch at the top. Right, so we've got 4 of those, and we've got a 6 by 8 page. So we will pop these all on. So now to make it a waterfall, you've got to run it down like there. Put the first one on. I did it down a little bit, and then they will go underneath one after another. So I'll put that on top, and they will go down like this. So I'm going to just put that there for a minute and show you, and then that one will go another 1/2 inch down there. Yep. And the last, now they go under, okay, it's under. No, I think it's meant to be, I want to see them come down, down. So as you pick them all up, they flip up like this and they come down. Now I had another one and I did do, I didn't like it because I don't know what I've done with it. I'm just going to go with this. So this is the top one, and that's going to go on first. And then we're going to pick the next one up and put it 1 inch lower so you see it. Now you can use tear and tape if you want to. Alright. So I'm going to put it about there, just a little bit down. Now I'm going to open that up because that's what I was not getting my head around. And I'm going to do the next one. What I'm going to do is bone fold those, to be honest, because I didn't do that. Oh, you might want to go and make a cuppa. You can always roll back and watch all the rest of them. don't want to. This won't take long because I've got it all cut out ready, so you're not. And I just dropped the glue. Alright, so excuse my hair. I'm going to butt it up to the one that you've just put in and pop it on all lined up everywhere. Okay, give that a bit of a fold. And while that's just having a little dry, I'll try and get on the ground and get my glue. So I can go down on one knee. Here I come, Jack in the Box. Oh, that knee. I'm doing better. I'm definitely doing better. Alright, next one. I will try not to drop the glue. Alright. That's why, because I put it there because I've got my cup of tea and a small bench. Mine's not a wide bench, not a deep bench, it's a wide one. There's an IKEA one in the other house. It fitted really good because it went right down. So okay, we got 1, 2, and now 3. Oh, that was scissors. I can leave that. Alright, and again. So remember that was 6 by 8. And that's down. Alright, so that becomes a waterfall. See once it all goes down. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was the bottom, so it's not that. And that one. So they become a waterfall. Now, I took a little piece of paper, cardstock, that is under my bum, the tape measure. This is 2 1/4 inches by 6, scored at 5.5, and I am just going to, I'm not going to lay that on yet because I have to, oh no I can because I'll add the DSP later. So I'm just going to put that smack in the middle. I am going to put it smack in the middle. You can see how the bench gets very gluey. I clean it often. Alright, so that's going to go like that, and so when it comes closed down it will snap up here. So there will be photos inside the rest, but I don't think there'll be a photo on the front. Now that page, if we bring back the one we just did, okay, so this hinge will go to there. Alright, so we're going to put another hinge on, and that needs clipping. Okay, I'll make sure it's the right size, and we are a little bit out on that. It's probably my eyes really. Okay, so this hinge goes into here, and then it goes onto the back of that one. Alright, and so when it shuts, it's like that. Okay, it's not going there because that's our, we'll have to see what I've done wrong there. It is going under there. So this is a nice puzzle, isn't it? They're both going to go under. Okay, so on your back of your 9, the short side, we're going to put that hinge, line it up, slide it along. Okay, and then on this one, on the back, because that's another page, now hold on, that's going to be like that. Oh, bloody hell. Hold on, what have I done? I just said it's not going to be on there, it's going to be on here. And I put it on there. I have to clean that other glue up. You think I'm an absolute klutz at times. Oh, Nicole, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. You know how long I sat there this afternoon playing this before I went on my driving lessons? Okay. So we've got that one, and then this one is going to go on here, onto that hinge. And it's, I'll tell you what, it is so hard to work with black, isn't it? If I'd done it in white, it might have been easier. I'm just getting it. I have a light above me, everything. Okay, right, and then we have, so that'll come up here, that'll go like that, and that one there, we'll have some stuff on it later, so I'm just going to dab that off. That will have DSP on it, so don't worry about that, I just don't want it to stick. So there's 2 pages, okay, and we'll just get that, make sure that's sticking. It's already looking heavy, isn't it? Pardon, Nicole? Oh, I was trying my tea, barramundi with zucchini and broccoli risotto. I had a piece of barramundi and Michael and the boys had steak because I don't eat steak. Alright, so that's 1 and 2. Remember, you've got the inside mats already done, that's the pocket. And I've got to see before the pocket, putting the DSP underneath it before I do any more. Alright, so now what have we got here? 1. Oh, what have we got here? Score it half. So on this page over here, I am going to put this on. So this is 6 by 4.5 and scored at 1/2 inch. So I will do that over here because I can't get everything on my bench, as you heard me. And my scorer is there because it keeps jumping off. My I might have to order a new ruler, I think. So you go like that, and this one is going to go in there. So I'm going to score that. I know it says 6.5 by 4 upside down, but just don't worry about it. And that is going to go on the back of there. Yep, I'm making sure I've got it all right. Okay. And that is going to go into there. and cause a window flap to open like that. Alright, we're getting there, it's getting heavy. Right, next we have a 6 by 8 and we have a 5.5 by 5.5. We're going to score it. We're going to, from the right side over 2 inches and the left side up 2 inches, and we're going to run that across from each other. So from that mark to this. Okay, and now we're going to score these 3 sides. Go make a coffee, girls. If you want it, you can replay and get all the measurements. So make sure I take the scorer, the blade away. And last but not least, the little side. Alright, with all those done, again, we're just going to clip off those corners. And you know what I might do? I might try and do with tape. And there it is there. If that is better. Might be better. This is going to take me a while, ladies. I hope you're prepared. Well, it's only 9. It's only been half an hour. We're nearly there. We're nearly on the halfway masks, I think. Decorating will take a little bit more. So, oh, hi Christine, how are you? Okay, so we've got all of those in, and we're going to score those as well. Okay, and again, if I'm going to add DSP behind there, I can't do that on there yet, so I'll just get a couple of my trusty things to put that on so I know that that's going there, not to lose it. Okay, so that's one. And next page is just what was that one? 11 by 8 scored at 5 3/4, and we've got 2 of those. Okay, so why does that not seem the right size? I might have done a little I had the other wrong end. So I'm just making sure 8, this one, there it is. It's a slither off 8, ladies. And I'm going to check this. I'm just going to go to my cutting machine. There you go. Take that slither off, sorry. Right, there's 2 at 8. Okay, so they are going to be joined there and make a 4 book, and that I need a gin. I definitely need a gin. I think I'm getting one of my other, where's my other, yep, where's my, I dropped them, no, that, I've got one out, one in there. Okay. That goes there. Alright. So we have, oh, there's two more here. I thought something was wrong. Okay. So these two are going to be joined together like this. Those two. And they've got 4 pages. So you don't have to do this much. I mean, I could really only do just about what I've got. But, you know. You know. And there. And because you'll be going over those, and this one is going to go right. You can't see the crease there, but I have got a crease. Done it a bit shorter on one end and a bit longer on the other. I cut it back correctly and then I just put it on and let the glue sit a bit long. So I'm just going to cheat and cut that off. So we've got another 4 books there. Now on one of these I am going to put, where is it? Here. So I've got 2 little booklets, right, and they are 2 by 8 1/4 by 5, score at 4.5. I've got 2 of those, and then we've got 4 pieces for cards holding on, 3 3/4 by 4, and I am just going to take their corners off. These are photo mats. Okay. Oh, I got some hair on there. Stick it to my pants. Alright, I'm going to leave that message there so you can get it first for a minute, because I think in the front I'm just going to put some DSP, although what I do want one on the front of here, I think. I'll see. And the same with this one. These are our photo mats. Don't they look lovely? After I did my wedding album, I was so excited. Now, I am making sure that they fit on there properly. And I can get both on there. I'm sure I measured that. Wouldn't it be funny if I didn't? Maybe I didn't. Maybe we're going to have... Maybe we're going to just do them on this side. Stop moving. I thought I measured them to be, well, you know, when in Rome, I might do that and see when they open up they go like that, and I'll just put DSP under there so I can't glue them down. Can you believe that? So maybe we'll just make that one that big and we'll cut this one back. How's that? And we still get the effect of, I don't really want, oh, I suppose we could just do 2 on either side, couldn't we? What do you reckon? Should we change that and just make 1 on either side? I think so. But I'm not going to glue them down till I've got the paper on. So I'm just going to corner them. And that one. Isn't it funny? You sit there and I spent like 3 hours because Coco wouldn't go driving with me when he was told to. So I sat there and I worked this all out. And I still feel I have failed, but I'm not too worried. Honestly, I try my hardest and that's all that matters, I think. And I watch a lot of other Stampin' Up people and carding, and everyone makes mistakes, so I laugh when I hear Rachel Tessman do them because she's so good at everything, and and she does the mistakes as well, so I'm very happy about that. So again, we're not going to do that until we put our DSP in. Now we've got this one in the middle, which might be just a big piece of DSP and a card, and then this one, I think I'm not going to use the big 6x8, and I think I'm going to put this on here instead and have that, because we've got so much card to use up and so much to do that I'm going to put that on there once I have. So if you looked at that page, and I'm going to leave it separate, so I'm going to do that there, and then we've got those two together like that. Okay, so now we've got one spine, another spine. So if I'm correct, I needed one page for the right at the back, so that's the one. So now I have to put these two together with a spine, because then they'll all come together like this. How's that? Maybe I should have done that on the outside. Oh, I'm not going to rip it off. We've just got lots of spines. And that one I haven't got anything decided for that yet. Actually, because it's got a good size in here, I might put these, because when they open, it'll be better. Okay? And then we'll just be having photos and all of that. So we are going to now front there. I'm going to now put these ones, this one together. Oh, look at it all. Look at that, it's so big. Ooh, keep that there. Alright, so now we've got to join that one. We'll get one more of our spines. And we're going to fold that. See, do you think it's looking alright, or am I driving you mental? Alright, so this is going to go in here. Okay. Now, I don't think I need another whole spine in that middle one, because I haven't really got a lot in there. But it might mean that I have to add a folder, but that's what it will look like. I think because I put... Don't let me get that mixed up. That's the back. That's the front. Those two have got to join. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's on the back. Now I shouldn't have joined that to there, to be honest, because that's going to go straight back down. Okay, let's get these two together. Okay, where's my new spine? That's going to go one there. Whew. Sorry, I do feel a bit nervous. And I have a funny feeling. Oh, I took that up a bit more, didn't I? My nerves are getting... That one on there. put that on the back of here. Push it in. Make sure it gets to the there. Alright, it's going to go up a little bit. Okay, so we've got that one there. And then this one, pick the other one up. And that, oh, if I stand that up, I can butt it right to there. Okay. Make sure they're all, see down the bottom here, make sure they're all on properly. And that's your big one. Okay. That's okay. Now we get to decorate. Now you don't want to know me, do you? Okay, so that's the front. Okay, that's my cards. We've still got some more left. That's the back. This is the front. Now I've got a funny feeling I've done something wrong with that one, because where's my album? So that one should have been sticking out. See there? It should have been sticking out because it's going to come down on here. So with this one here, I've got should have two more. So I've got to have one that comes out here, glues on here, and comes out and sits on there. Alright, so I need to just make another one because I put the first one on wrong. Give me 2 seconds, ladies. I only want, what did I say, 1.5. So I've got my big cutter over here and it's faster. 1.5 by 1.5. 1.5, 8 by 8. Okay, and we've got to score that. Alright, I'm only going to do the 1/2 inch score on that because I reckon I don't need that one because of the way I've done it. I've made that mistake somewhere. So I'm going to do that at 1/2 inch. I'm going to cut those corners. I'm going to leave those ones. And that is going to fold on here. Right, stay. While I do this, and I have to do it that way so you can't see the drawing. Alright, so see that's on there, and that's going to stick out and come into there. So this side we're going to have to hold up, and I'm going to put that 1/2 inch there on here. I'm going to do it that other way because you can see the thing. So I'm going to do that when I've cut it. Alright. What have you been making, Christine? Christine and I were going to get ripped together on Thursday to do an album, one that I've made before, and she ended up, she can't because she's got her babysitting duties. Alright, so that is going to go on the base of that. Okay, and that should be well and truly all lined up together, and you have this flap on the end, see? Now this is much easier, I noticed, than the other one I did where I had to put little pieces in and slide it in. Now because I'm not perfect, you might need to... Alright, so I've got my spine, I've got that, and that's all ready to go in there. And have I got it the right way up? No, I haven't. So I didn't need to add that spine over there. So that's a bit of a bugger, isn't it? But we'll get over that. We'll get over that. We'll put our pocket somewhere else and we'll put that piece flat down and make it our thing. So I'm just gonna... Oh, I'm a bit concerned about doing that. So I might just get my big scissors and take that off. Because it's not going to... will mean I've got a little bit. So don't put that on there. Okay. Alright. So hopefully I can get this piece right, and it's going to fit right in the middle of that spine. So I'm just going to fold it up to there and in and up to there, and that's what it will look like. Okay? And that will get there. Whew, girls! I'm on stress mode, look at that. So now, lots of glue in here, because this spine's going to be opened and shut and opened and shut, and I hope. Okay. Now, that one should have had a fold in it like that has there. That is the fold for the... I just ripped that one there, but that is the fold. Alright, now that's the back and that's the front. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to shut that up so it gets that. And I'm going to shut that up. Hold on. That piece is meant to, let me measure this. It's to there is 2.5, and that from that score is 2.5 to there. So I hope, I know it's so much black, isn't it? Okay, there. Alright, so we've got that down, and we've got that, this one, and that's down, and there's just a little touch on that one up as well. Alright, lay it down before you glue it, make sure you got it all right, and there we have an album filled. So now we have to put some stuff in it. So the front here is our pocket piece. So we've got our front pocket is here, but we're going to cover that little piece here. Oh, here's my 6x6 score, 2 fronts. Left and right. Okay, that's going on there, that's the pocket. And we've got, we don't really need a 6x8, but we can put, I'm just going to make sure it folds inside. So we're going to cut that a little bit less than 6x8. I'm going to say, get this out again. I am going to say, I don't want it too high up, but I want it there that you can see. Okay, so I am going to say 7.5, and I'm going to take the 6 back. I'm going to say 7.5 by 5.5, okay? 5.5 on the long side and 7.5 on the 7.5. Let's go change that. 7.5 by, what did I just say? 5.5 if I'm right. I do have to keep looking, because I don't want to give you the wrong ones. 5.5, 7.5 by 5.5. And we're going to just put this onto here. So I might just tear and tape that around. Okay. Is it looking good? Do you think it's looking any good? You know I panic. Okay. And there. So you don't want it to impede your folding of your inside it. I should have started with an easier one, shouldn't I? I can't help myself. I start these things and I just gets bigger than Ben-Hur. And the mess. You should see all the paper on the floor. Oh. You gotta like a trier, don't you, girls? Okay. Now we're going back to the front. Don't put it on the back. Okay, so I'll turn that around so you can see. And that is nicely covering that. And onto that is our pocket. Okay, that's a pocket. Now, is that meant to be our... Yes, it is. It's meant to be not scored, just cut. So, finished. Ruler, ruler. Oh my God. Here's one. So it says 6 by 5.5 for the top. Have I scored the wrong one? I've scored the bottom. No, that's right, the top's fine. So the bottom is 6.5 by 5.5 scored, 1/2 inch left, right and bottom. Now the top, I only want really it to be 6. So I'm going to have to cut off those half edges because I didn't need them. I must have done something else there. So it's just 6 by 4 and no scoring. 6 by 4 and no scoring, and I just have to cut those little 1/2 inches off. Actually, I'll do it on this one because it's... So I'm going to cut those 1/2 inches off. And, oh God, I nearly did it on the bottom. Okay. And we do want, we want the 1/2 inch at the top. 1/2 inch score. Alright, so you see that? And again, I have to get my... Does anyone have trouble with that? With your, in the... Oh look, I found another one of those ones. Alright, so that's the top. So with this, I'm just going to put this up here a little bit. Pocket is going to go down here, so we don't have to. If you want it to stick out, you can put another 1/2 inch score under there and give it a bit of a thing, but I'm just happy enough for you to do this, and I'm going to put a button on either side and hold it down. So I'm not putting these peeps behind that, I'll be putting it on it when it's in. See at the back's all cut those edges. Now I am going to glue this because I want it to stay in. Okay. Sorry, I went outside the lines again, didn't I? A challenge can be a good thing. Our brains require some... Thank you. My brain needs a lot of work. Right, I'm just going to leave that for 1 second while I do the top so that it dries a little bit. And then on the top I'm going to do this one. Alright, so let's pick this one up. Okay, so that is going right down there. Now, as you can see, there's some stuff I'll have to get my rubber and go around, and so I'm just going to hold that for a sec to hold it in. And then on this one, it is going to go up, so it's matching there, but up to the top a bit, and going to come down over the top as a flat. Okay, so that's straight. Right, so that opens. I have to get the wet one out more. Here's my blue rubber. Alright, I have been like a biscuit. Sorry, I need a bit of sustenance. Okay, now if I was to go to my paper pumpkin box, I'll move those over there, and I would like to grab something for my top here. So I now have, I'm going to get 3. Am I going to do 3? I'm going to do 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Out of, now I want to move those lovely flowers away. By 4 1/4, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I've got the hue and I've got the pink. So I might do, would that be bad? I want to do white there and stamp it with some flowers, or put some flowers on it. So I'm going to do this at the bottom. So I'm going to cut a piece of white cardstock. Oh, get out of the road. I'm going to cut a piece of white card at 3. Got no room, guys. I'm going to cut a piece of 3 1/2 by 4, didn't I say? Where's my bloody ruler? I'm sure I said, yeah, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to cut that now. I'll do the 4 1/4, then I can have more if I need it. 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Alright. Now, like I've done through the album, I'm going to corner. I'm cornering with that as well. Look at me, look at my thumb. It's black with glue and cardstock. Alright, so I won't be stamping that one. I'm going to use some of the stuff that comes with it. I'm just trying to find where the top of that is, and it's going to go down there. Alright. And then under here, for the pocket, I need 4 1/2 by 4. Oh, 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. Let me see if, I don't know if this will do it. Look at my glue. Let's see. How wide is that? Oh no, I can do it. So 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. I was going to double check that because yep. I've given it a decent border by 4 1/2. Alright, that's our first pocket in. Alright, that's our first piece of card cut. Alright, look at that. So that will, I'll just bone fold that down. And that is going to have a ribbon, or it's going to have some flowers. But first of all, I'm going to use the buttons from the centre. So I'm just running around looking for them because I know I've got them in something here. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Where are you? Here they are. I'm going to use the buttons. And I've got a little bit of cream ribbon, which is not going to go. Oh, I knocked something over. I'm going to pinch one of these, two of these buttons from our the Christmas ones. Okay, so I'm going to put that there and that there, and I'm going to get some twine. Get a bit of twine. Not too much. So I'm going to tie that under there somehow. I don't know that that's going to work because I've had to put them on. You know what I should have done? And I'll tell you now. I reckon I've done that wrong. Now, I am not going to do that because I didn't put my twine, but I don't think it's going to go around the bottom one. So I might glue the twine to there, add a dimensional. Well, that might be a bit too heavy, but that's a better idea because then it will, okay, see that? And I'm going to have to use my pick to bring that other one back up. Okay, and put a dimensional on that, it gives it a bit of width, depth. Alright. Oh, sorry, I'm coming off screen. Oh, sack me. Just sack me. Now, I don't know if that's going to work either or catch, but it might catch on the no, I'm taking them both off. I don't like that idea. So I'll go back to my good old, where are they? Oh, they must be over here, sorry. I've got drawers and drawers and drawers of everything. Okay, try over here. Where's my... They're, oh my goodness, where have I put them? I clean up. Ah, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Where have I put them? I've got a whole bag of... I do have a whole bag of those sticky ones, and I put them somewhere. So I will have to come back to that, I reckon. I like the button idea, but I don't think it's going to work. But I'll come back to that because I will. Alright, so then this page is just going to be one big DSP, because that is going to have another piece here which slides in a photo album. Okay, so goodness gracious. Okay, so on this one we're going to do 5 by 7.5, I think. I need it. It's 8, so I think, yeah, 5 by 7.5, and I'm going to use this DSP that I talked about, because that has all the colours that's in the card set and the stamps. So I'm just going to randomly grab a few different colours and make it look good. So I might do that one. So 5 by 8, 5. Okay, let me just make sure I'm right. It was 6. Is that a whole ½ inch? My brain, my brain. Yes, 5. I say it and then I don't believe it. So we've got 5, which gives us a nice little border, as you can see, just around and about there. So I'll check what that is when I get it done. And that's 5 by 7.5, and I did say 7.5, didn't I? I don't trust myself sometimes, girls. So this is in the same colours that we've already got in this album. So hydrangea hue, this pages. So right, so that's 2, and then that will have a photo mat on top of it as well, which is a black and a white one. This here is a pocket again, so I will put some DSP down there, and I'm thinking of using the hydrangea and just putting a piece right down there underneath, because that will fold over there, and then we'll add another one. So that is another card from the pack, and that is the 7.5, and I've done it by, it's on the 4. I don't have to put that much, but I'm not going to do anything with it. So even though it's got a bend in, you're not really going to see it, are you? I'll just put a bit of glue at that bend. Oh, it's got 2 bends. Okay, so right there. Now this one is just going to glue down here and down there, and that stays on. Okay, and we're gonna slip we're going to slip a piece of cardstock in there, but we're only going to make it, because we've glued from there, we're only going to make it in the middle at 5. That should be right, because the glue was there and there. So, oh no, we can get 6 in there, so it's going to be 6 and not as wide as that. So 6, and I'm going to do it, see, that'll slide in, so I'm going to do it 6 by, what was that, 3.5, so I'm going to make it 4.5, 6 by 4.5, and that is going to slide in there. And what I might do with that one is this nice, what are those things? There were some shapes. Right. Come on. So you could use this white card paper, and then you've got a sort of a circle in there, I don't know. And then you could put your photo on there. See, look at that. So you can cut your envelope, which I'll do, I'll show you. And we don't have to use all our white cardstock, but these envelopes are nice and white, so you might want to keep them for just using to post, saving you some money. So I've opened that up, and if I put that in the middle there, okay, one of our pictures can fit in there, but I'm going to put a photo on there, so not that one. Okay, so that was 4.5 wide, so I'm going to cut that at the bottom, and I'm going to make it 4.5, so I'm going to make it 4. Oh, I didn't get that cut on there, guys, sorry. Alright, so that there is a 6, wasn't 6 by 8 now, we changed it. And I just did a little nick on that one. There you go, fix that up. Alright. So in here they have also got these, so we will use a few of those through as well. Right, so that's going to go in there to pull out. Now here we have to put this. So are you going okay with my trying to do this all? Hi Alita, how are you? Sorry. So this one is 3 and it was 8, so 3, 8, 7.5, if correct, 7.5 by 3. So I'm going to go back to some of my paper, and because I've got the blue at the front, I'm going to use the nice blue, that one. Oops, I've got stuff everywhere, so I want it there, there. By, what did I say? I do this all the time, girls. I double check by 3. So 3. And I have to do that up a bit further because of that naughty mark I did. Okay. And to there. That just under that dot there. Put my finger on that dot so I get it. And that is 7.5. So I'm going to bring that up. Now what I could do, because that bit of horrible glue I put there, I could put a bit of ribbon over it, or I could do that, or I'm just going to bring it up to there. Okay? Oh, I think it's going to look good when it's finished. I hope it does. It's nice paper to go with it too, because the hydrangeas and the blue is in there. So now, because this is our waterfall, that's going to have all photos in it. I won't bother doing that now because I'll add that, but I am going to put a little piece of DSP on here, on the flap, and I will find my, I don't know where I've put them. I've put them away safe. So I'm going to make that 1 3/4 by 5, 1 3/4 by 5 1/8. I think I'll try that, 5 1/8. Now I'm going to go back to this one. Nah, it's not going to be big enough. Okay, so I'm going to grab another one. So it's going to have sort of few pages and this page. Let me have a look with this. Alright, that's going to do it. So I'm going to cut that in half. So that's another card we've used. Cut that in half. And I'm going to take, you know what, it's called 2 3/4 by 5. 2 3/4 by 5. 2 3/4 by 5. Okay. 2. It's only 1 3/4, doofus, aren't I hopeless? It is 1 3/4. How could I do that? That one's, oh, what do you reckon about that? I'll just use that one and have a nice bit of black on the side. What do you reckon? Or should I? No, I better do it right. 3, 1 3/4. I wouldn't feel right if I tried to cheat myself. But that leaves us a few little bits and pieces out of that card left. Now, and what I'll do is I'll put my clippy ones on and it will stick that when I find them. So with these, you know what we could do? I mean, you know, on the front you could put that as your photo, or that, and people can put a photo in it. What do you reckon? Not big enough, is it? Yeah, I'm not sure I like, that's not big enough. I'm going to keep those for some of the other ones. So here, it is 6 by 6, so if I make it, because I only want a bit in, 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. And I need 1 2 3 4 5 guys. 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. They're our photo mats. Oh, God, I need a bit of cardstock here. Oh, no, I'm doing 5 by 5. That's what I'm going to do. 5 1/2's too big. I don't need that big. Okay, 1. I'll just put 2 in, and I'll do the rest later because I'll let you see what it looks like. Okay. And that's it. So that will be a photo thing, and then I will go through and do all the rest. But you can imagine, I'll do all the rest in a minute. So you're going to have 5 like that. Now you could take your colours, and that's what I'll do with the rest of them, and then I'll stamp the little flowers around the corners and some leaves. Now I'll have to make sure I'm not going to use that one because I've got little ones over here. And I'm just going to do with the hydrangea because that's on that page. Alright, and I'm going to grab this little flower. I'm going to get that one, and a little leaf. Alright, now let's hope. I should have done that before I started, shouldn't I? So I've got hydrangea and I've got garden green. Okay, so I'll keep the green on the green side. Old olive. And I'm just going to put that there. And a hydrangea up there. See? And if we just go through the pages and add, you can add different colours. You can add, there is, where's the stamp? Where did I put it? Here. We can add, you know, there's these little crossy things. Okay, and we'll do those in the colour that we've come to do, which is the timid tiger that was part of the set. So, and then we could just do one there and one up here, and we'll go through and just fill them, and people can put their photos in. So I'm not going to finish those because I don't want to keep you up too late. My coffee's gone cold. Alright, so that's our, if I keep going, I'll make you wait. So, and then what I'll do here is put a little snap on it to hold it. I'll have to get, well, there's a photo going to have to go there. Alright, so we've got all of that. We'll do that later. Now, that comes over. And we've got an out and an out. So I'm going to put, we've done that colour. Now we're going to go back to the pinky one. And what's the pink one? It didn't say on the packet, did it? It said the colours were basic black, ducky darling, hydrangea hue, and melon mumbo. Is that melon mumbo? That's too pink, isn't it? Never mind. So this is 6 by 4.5. So we're going to do that at 5.5. I want it in. I don't want to see much. So we're going to take one corner off it, and here we're going to go. Let me have a look. That's 4.5. So we're at 4.25 by 5. No, that might be a bit. So it is 5.5. It's 5.5. So it'll be 5.25 by. It's 4.5. 4.25 by 5.5. So we go 4.25 by 5.5. 5.25. And there's another half a card used. Oh, you should see my mess. Oh, that Do you like it so far? Alright, so that will go there. Now on the back, we might just do a white piece because we've got some. So that was 5 1/4. And it was by 4, but I'm going to do it a bit smaller because that's the card I've got there. So we can put a photo mat in there. And let's stamp that again. So we're now going to use the, I think we've already used the, where's the other flower? Oh, there it is. Okay, I need to clean that. I'll put a Vicky in my mouth while I'm at it. So this one we're going to do in the orange. And I'll put it over this side. And I'll do a leaf in green. Old olive. I am stamping. Is that nice? So that's going to go in here. Now, I just had a thought. I don't want to use it all up at once, do I? I was going to cut a couple of slithers of something and put it underneath it, but no, I'm quite happy with that. So this page again, so we got that sort of colour, we got the blue, we got both of them on there. So under here, it is hard work getting down. What do you think of that? Either that or that one. I think that one, does that one take up, that gets that hue out? Anyone like that one? Alright, so again, so that's 6 by 8. So 6, we need 1/4 to 6, that's 5 3/4 by 8, and so we need 7 3/4. And let me just double check I've done that right. Yep, that's a nice one. As we can put a photo mat on that as well. And what I think, let's use a couple of those let's put one of these in. Not that one. I like the, where's the half moon one down there? So what we could do is put this on the bottom. Okay. That's just a change. No, I want photos. Well, we could put that on the bottom and that on the top, but who has round photos? It's not right, is it? So I can't. Oh look, we've got 3 of these. You can put one there and one there. And they can be for photos, just small photos. And again, let's just stamp. And we won't do a hue, we'll do a hue one, sorry, hue flower. So I'll clean that. Oh, the other thing is on this one, we might actually add, so I'll wait on that. And we'll make the silver side for the photos. Okay, on that way. And one down silver. Okay, down here. I'm just doing them sort of a bit side to side, so not lined up. Not everything's perfect. Alright, we're going to come back to that because we want to do some more things. Now on this side, now this one is another big pocket. that's a smaller pocket to that, and that one, they can just be big photos, to be honest. I might cover those. So we've still got, so this one's a shorter one. I think I was going to do on that one a pocket. So if you put that to there, and you can slide one down. What do you reckon, girls? No, I think I'll just leave them as individual pages. Got a wide gap in that one, haven't I? Alright, we'll come back to a few because I think that that's already got an extra flap there. So I'll just do this one plain and we can put big photo in there. And I'm going to use, I need a little bit more of the calypso. So I'm having a look. All this, I don't want to add too much other colour. What do you reckon about that one? I think that's it. Oh my goodness, I got no room in here to put everything, unless the back side of that, no, it's yellow. Alright, so, what did I say? Oh, goodness gracious. You'll just do this yourself. 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. I'm using up all my crafts. 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. I'm using up all my DSP that's just not going to go anywhere. Right. So this one. Whoop. Oh, what have I done there? Is that more than 5 3/4? Oh, I didn't need 5 3/4. This is a short page, goose. Why didn't someone tell me? I'm going to ship that over to, I think, that one. Yeah. Okay. When in Rome, do what they do. Adjust. And if I lined it up properly. Okay. What did I do there? That can't be a big one either. Alright, I'm going to take a 1/2 inch off it to make my board sticky now. Alright. I'll have to put that there because I've put glue. That's better. Alright. That's quite nice, isn't it? Right, back to this one. And that was a shorter one, silly me. It's 4 1/2, just over 4 1/2. Well, the whole page is 5, so 3. Okay, we're going to have to give it a little bit of this. That's nearly that. About on that one. 4/4, 4/5, is that it? I'll do it on the back so I know I've got it right, yeah. 4/5 and 8, 4/5. I've got my sayings, 4/5 and by 8, so 4/8. at 7 3/4. Guys, you'll just do this and measure it at home, okay? Alright. Oh, we're getting there. I hope you've all gone off and made a coffee and came back. Okay, so we've got the flap, we've got photos. Oh, that was bending a little bit with all that, isn't it? Now this one, no, nope. What am I going to do with that one? That's too pink for there, isn't it? What other colour? We've still got the hue, but that's not big enough, is it? No. Oh, hold on. Alright, I don't really want to... Let me see what's here. There's more pink. Because we're going to have some flowers, so I might actually do that and make it 2, and then we'll join the flowers in a row across the top. How's that? And then to put 2 photos underneath. Okay, so that is 5 1/4. That one. It's a short one. That one, isn't it? 5 1/4. So I have to take 5 1/4. 5 1/4. And I don't want it that wide, so I'm going to take it and put that in there and line it up like that. Okay, I'm going to take it to that one. And I've got 2. And then what we're going to do is make this just a decoration one. Glue. So that's going to go there. And then this one, it's going to cover it over and come there. Method in my madness, ladies. You can use it all. No one will know. That lines up nicely. And so what I'll do is see these flowers that we've got over here. I am going to take this one I think it was this one. Okay, so that comes out in a group. And I'm going to line that across that line. Look at that. Oh, here are we going. I'm trying to dance along here. My glue's getting some... Alright, my glue is getting some bobbles in it. Alright, so finally we're going to see some prettiness on there. I'm going to dab that in case the glue's come out. And now, in the booklet, which is either on the floor, here it is, we had one that was like this, and it had all the little flowers across here. So we're going to take these little flowers, which will fit with the, we won't put that on, so we'll use the Calypso, it's one, the Timid Tiger, some, and I can't use the Hue because they're too, that's not right. Okay, so some calypso. Well, that's a short one, so that should go down and up. So they would look nice on a card. I'm just fussy. Too fussy, aren't I? Okay, so timid. And I'll put a nice little pinky one up there. Oh, look at this big one. He's too big for there, I think. You just want little ones. So I want another pink one. A nice big one up there. And that's a pink baby. So I want this little... No, we've already got an orange one there. What are we going to put in the middle? I don't want the hue because we just talked about that, didn't we? I might have to do that and lean it on the top so it looks like it's sort of... And I'll move that one over. What do you reckon? Is that all right? What do you reckon? Come on, give me a yes or a no. You love it. Okay. All right, I can get a flower from the other one if I want a small one. I think I better go with smalls. I'll get a pink from the next sheet. And that's not going to come off for me. All right. I'll get a pink from the next sheet. So we've got pinks and... Okay. Let's go. Well, we've missed one here. Oh, not too much. Drop that down a bit. I'm going to put him up there. Maybe I'm not. Come on, do as you're told. Okay. Where's my pick tool? That would be easier, wouldn't it? And orange there. And that there. Nice. Big one might have gone in the middle, but he's going there for now. And then I'm just going to find, here was one over here. Okay. And I said I wasn't going to put hydrangea, but I have. Okay. What do you reckon? They are sweet, but I just, on the, yeah, I'm a little fussy, aren't I? So now I can just do 2 white strips, or we can find something else. They're all flowers. And I don't want to put happy birthday on it. Some little dots in here. Maybe they go as inside the flowers. Let's see. So we've got baby dimensionals and little dots here. So I'm hoping they just pick off with my tool and we can put them on the middle of the flowers. Yeah. That's it. You liking it? That one. Move down. Okay, try again. I think that's lovely. I like that. I'll just put those out of the road so they don't get any stamps on them or glue. So it has got some little dimensionals that I could have put them up on there too. So now that one will have a big photo piece in here. So I think I've got these ones. That's right. Remember I did these? So I'm going to put that down over there, and then that will open up and give me a flap. So I didn't have to cover all that, did I? I could have kept that. That's going to go on the bottom of there. And right down and cover that. And that becomes another photo album. And we probably need to put some type of on here. So we could put this. What do you reckon? I do. And let's find, we're not going to put happy birthday, but on here there is hooray, but no, but it's got little flowers in here. So let's see what the stamp says, if I can find the stamp. Here it is. It's your day. Hugs and wishes. Maybe I can just put it's your day and put some flowers across there. Let's have a look what that looks like. I've got plenty of those flowers, I don't have to. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put that there, and that also can be that's got a silver form, and they can put a photo in there. Got to use up the pack. You can't leave it running, can you? So I'm going to bring it up a bit because I'm going to put some flowers across the bottom. Oh, look at that. Oops, not that one. But look at this here. I think I like that. If I can get it out without my big mucker fingers fooling it. Got that one and the other one on the other side. There is a few, so even if you don't use them all to start, you can go back and just fill the whole thing up. It's not much to use up, really. Okay. I don't want to put too much on because it's got big gaping gapes in it. So I'm thinking I'm going to take that around there. Okay. And this one on the other side. So maybe they won't be putting a big photo here. And I'm going to go there. I'm going to take this nice big blue one, pink one, and put it down on there. So I think they'll be getting a little photo in there. And on the other side I'm going to do a pink one as well, because we have, or it's not Calypso Coral, because we've got that over here. It does, I think it goes in with it. And I'm not sure that I want, oh well, let's use them. We've got to use them up. They haven't got, I might have to put a, go and get some dots. These are in colour ones. These are adhesive backed metallic. Oh, I like them. Look at that colour. So, I like those ones. I'm just going to put the smaller ones though on there. No, I'm going to have to put the big ones because cover up the other thing I put on. See, because my fingers are dirty. They are. Okay. And that one. There you go. Alright, so next. So they can put a photo in there or they can put it up there, but if they open that, they've got two photos there. So I think that's good. We could, if we wanted, put another one there. It's got a mark on it. Did I bleed? It's not very good, is it? No, I don't want to. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that. Alright, so now we've got that page. So this one, we'll do the same. Is we'll put another album down the bottom. We might put that up the top this time. Or in the middle, what do you reckon? And then we can put flowers along. We've got flowers there anyway. Look at my fingers. The cardstock. And lots of glue. Where am I going to put it, guys? Up the top or down the bottom? I'm not sure. I'm going to put it... No, I'm going to put it down at the top this time, so the other page is more evened out. And then that's there to there. And we can put another one here. No, I'm going to just put a normal white one. Give me 2 seconds. No. Yes. No. Come on. Photo? I don't think I want DSP on it. I'm just going to cover my glue. So many flowers here to put in, but I don't want to put them on the bottom of there. Do I do this and they put another photo, or make it square? I think it's square. Okay. Is that big enough? That is. Is that the same size as that one? No, not really. Alright, we have to go to the original. What about that? With a flower on either side? No, because we've got the flowers there. Alright, come on, Annette. Just make your mind up. So that's 4 by 5. So 4 by 5. So we want 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Okay. And we'll snip off the corners like it is inside. And we'll have to come back to what we're going to do on the bottom of there. You're not being helpful, girls. Got to be helpful. Alright. We've got that and that. I don't know what to put down there. I'm going to come back because we've still got this one and this one. So okay, and we've got this one, and we've got to put another piece here. Okay, so this one, all right, that's got one on there, that's got there. We got busy, haven't we? We need another blue page, don't we? So this one, I might put another pocket down here. So let's get some black. That's not big enough. What scraps have I got over here? Oh, I've got scraps over here too. Alright, let's make this one. We've got a corner pocket there. That's too big. I just want a small one. What have we got there? We've got a flat, flat, flat. Yeah, pocket at the front. We might just add another pocket there. Okay. So we'll put our DSP under it. I'll cut this back to... Right, that will go half in on each of them. So at the moment, this is sitting at... But look, you will add these bits yourself. I'm not doing that into it because it was just a lot of work. So I'm only going to do that at 4. I might do it at 5 because I've got to Okay, so I've got 5, and then what I'm going to do is score, but my score has jumped off again. Okay, out with the scoring board. Out with the scoring board, put that down. So, now what have I got? That is just under 6 by 5. So I want it this way. So I need 1/2 inch here. Oh, turn it around, Annette. Did you get the kit, Alita? Half an inch. 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. Now, if I want to make the pocket stick up a bit, in this one I've got that room. So what I'm going to now do is go around at 3/4 of an inch all the way around, okay? On the right sides. Make sure you can, it's hard to see with this black. And this one, okay. And so what happens now is when we, let's just cover my ink. You know what that would be like, don't you? So I'm just going to pop this over here for a sec. So when you fold it, we'll cut off those corners. So when we fold it, we're going to do the score down there, and then we're going to do the next score. Okay, so the first score is the 3/4, and the next score is the 1/4. Okay, all the way around, all of them. Now what we have is, when you fold it, we have a little standout pocket. See? Oh, I cut down there. Well, that wasn't very good, was it? I'll have to do that all over again. And why did it do... Oh, that was our other cut. So fold in your first ones. That's right. That's right. I'm going to cover that with thing. So we're going to fold, and see how we have a little box-like thing? And so that's going to give me an outie, an outie pocket, which fits in with that nice gap there. Alright, so now what I will have to do is put some DSP right down that one. Okay, so we're going to do, as we said, about 5.5 by 6, 7.5, 5.5 by 7.5. Five and a half by 7.5. Okay, so that is going to go right down there. Oh, that denim was nice. I would have liked to have done some of those flowers from the product of the month, and this paper looked so gorgeous. When I did my live the other day, I did that paper. Oh, so beautiful. And I love those flowers, absolutely love them. They're product of the month. Alright, so I'm going to do that. Now before I glue that on, I'm going to put a piece of DSP on there. And what I think I'm going to do is use a piece of this. So I have to find, do I have another card in that lot? And then we'll have to do another page in the other one. So let me have a look. I think we've, oh no, we haven't used them all. Isn't that good? You can use up the whole kit doing this. Kit and caboodle. Alright, so, oh, that's perfect. So we're going to cut that That's the mark. Going to go. That's the fold. Yeah. And we're going to do just there. I'll tell you what it is. It is 5 by 4 1/4. I hope I've got that all right. Excellent. So I'm going to take that back just a little bit because I don't want it down that low. So it's only 4 3/4. But you can make all those measurements yourself. Once you've cut your main pieces out, you don't want to glue anything down till you get. What was the question? I've moved on. I'm always on the next thing. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry, Alita. I know you've got to I'm going to move that up a little bit. Alright. Now, because I've got to go in and in. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit hard here. I'm going to have to cut those two off the corner more because that's my little fold there and that's my glue down. And so that corner isn't any good. Okay? So I hope that's what it is. Yes, that's better. Okay, so come across the last little one there and do that. Now on this one, we're just going to take it a little bit on the top. Alright, and we're going to glue. And we had our school production on Friday. They're doing it all next week as well. One of the boys is in it, and it was Joseph and the coat of many colours, or whatever it is. Joseph's coat, you know. My cat is finally happy. My lap is finally free of pins and needles. Alright. So, I'm going to stand that one up first, smack in the middle of that. And then I'm going to bend those down and put them on. Okay. So we've got, it does stand out. And they go under. And that goes under. Make sure it's under properly. Let me have a look. Yes. So I'm going to just keep my bone folder in and rub those down to hold them in, okay? Because I want those ones to sit. Did you see that? Can you see? So what I've done is put my bone folder in to make sure that that's the fold there. I'll just hold that for a sec and put the bone folder down and push it like that. And now we have this little box there. And you can put a little flap of albums in if you want. You can just put one. So what I did on one of my albums was I made one like that. And I put 2 or 3, but I've got so many places for photos here, I don't think I need it. You could put a notepad in it. That would be nice, a notepad in there. I don't know if they'd want it, but you come up with different ideas. Alright, so this one we're going to go with, I think, I don't want to introduce too much other colour that I haven't already got because that would be wrong. And I've got a few more pages to go. So I've still got the hue, which I've got a piece over here. Okay. Keep sliding into my drawer here. so I've got this one. So I might put that on the other side, and then we can just put photo mats. I can leave it without one. So what did I say before? It was 5 by 8. So this one, where did I just put it? Oh my goodness. I just had it 2 seconds. There it is there. You think I'm cray cray? I know I'm cray cray. So I want it, yeah, exactly the same as that one. So that's 4 on that dot and 5.5. 5.5. How big is that end? 5.5 by. You'd think something would remain in there, wouldn't you? By 7.5. So 5.5 by 7.5. Okay. 5.5 by. Ooh, that's not quite 7.5. What did I do wrong? No. I've got that right. I've just done the wrong side. So I will just do this again. 5.25. Uber. That looks better, doesn't it? I'll turn my hydrangeas up the other way. Alright, we are getting there. And I've still got to go back and decorate over it all, don't I? And that's not too big. 5.5. It's 5.5. I'm going to take it back to 5. I'm going to get glue on again. I'll be cleaning so much tomorrow, won't I? Okay. And onto that, I will. Sorry. Okay. Oh, it's getting full, isn't it? Oh, we've lost a bit of traction in our glue down there, guys. That's why that was moving a bit. Okay, so my glue has moved out on there. You know what I'm going to do is get this revolting paintbrush and go right down with that and get that in, because I have, look what I've done, because I'm pulling it around and up and down, I have lost a lot of glue there. Not a very good thing for me to do, is it? Go right down to where it doesn't go again and just get that right in. So maybe decorate as you go. I thought I'd be clever. I think it's because I pull it around because I'm looking to try and make sure I'm doing it right. Alright, now I'm just going to stick that back in as and get a couple of my, where are they? These bull clips. Okay, and I'm going to stick that right in because that is moving. And there's another one there somewhere there. Stuck to my magnet. Okay, and I'm going to do the same there. So I've got to be very careful now. I'll have a look at the top if it's the same. Yes, it is. I'll get back to that then. I've just finished this last 2 pages. Okay. Because I want that to dry first. So let's just finish these. On this one, what have I got there? Pink, blue, pink, hydrangea I should say. I think we're ready for a bit of hydrangea again, and then we might, although I might do that one. No, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do that one there. Okay. 7.5 by 5. 7.5 by 5. Let me see if I can get that out. Oh, I do. I just have 7.5. How's that? By 5. Oh, 7.5 by 5. Woohoo! Glue, glue. Okay. Oh, last 2 pages. Now this one, remember we've got this little doodah here. Where's that? Take that off. Right. So I'm not sticking that down yet. I've got to put the DSP under there. And have I got a glue on these? I've got to. Let's have a look if I can get that. No, I need it bigger. Do I have another hydrangea card? Wow, guys, how about all this going through like this? Okay, so I am going to just, I don't think that'll even go on there. No. No, it's not going to go on there. So we're just going to have to suck that up. I think I might just piece another wood bit in there. So 5.5. I want 7 by 5.5. 7.5 by 5.5. No, I think it's 5. Let's have a look. Yep. Alright. I think I'm going to have to get some more glue out. I'm using up old bottles, new bottles. Come on. Alright. Is that one? Now this one we're covering, and I've got a piece here. I'll take that back off to there. Okay. And I want this to be nicely on, so I am overusing the glue. Sorry. What was that? Once you get your base pages done, adding extra elements to decorate goes quicker. Yeah. Alright. So this is the little pocket here. And that was 5.5 by 5.5. So I need a piece of 5 by 5 and then cut it down. And I'm really thinking, because we've got, that does not go, does it? Just did not match it. What do you reckon about that one? And it's not going to be enough. Okay. Let's see over here. How about that one? Does that look alright? That does, doesn't it? So I'm just going to cut it across here. Right, now, there. So I'm going to cut this here first, so it's exactly what that is, and then I'm going to take the 1/4 inch off there, and that saves me trying to find out that. And hopefully I have got it right. Well, it's a little bit off, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to flour that up. So what else have we got to use on there? It's all the flowers. So I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to unhook all these. Whoops, off to the floor. I'm the one that has to clean it up. It was meant to be an easy one, guys. I'm really sorry I went a bit haywire. One day I'm going to work it out and do less. Promise. Okay. Actually put that right to the corner of the DSP and cover that. And now we've got a nice little pocket there for a card or something. So what you can do is put a white card in there if you want, or you will just put another black one in behind here for a photo. So we need a photo that's that big. So it's got, because it's got to slide inside that pocket, you need it to be about 3.5. 3.5. And we got that. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the Calypso Coral. You may, I think there's a strip here somewhere. Here. I'm going to take a strip of that, 1 inch, and I'm going to pop that across the top of there. And I'm going to measure that in there and in there, and just cut that in there and put that in there. We can make another one in white and make it a bit smaller and do the same. So what did we say that was? Because they can be photo boards as well. So that's 3.5. So we might do, yeah, we might just go with 3.5, or we might make it 3 3/4, just a bit smaller. Okay, and that can go down, and I'll make it a bit thinner. 3 3/4, I'll make it 3. Alright, and let's put, I've got a bit of a cut on that one, and let's put a little of the wood on top of that. No, we got to put that one. Let me see if I can see some of that in all my scraps here. There we've got that again. But at least they know it goes together. What do you reckon? Do I put this one on? Oh, don't worry, Lydia. And I know albums take up a little bit more time. Well, that's why I didn't do it on a Tuesday, because, you know, that's just a small day. You don't want to do too much on a night, although it's a Sunday night. We obviously all have nothing better to do than play. So, oh, come on. Right, so I'm going to put those on there. And that will just go in here behind there. So we've got 2 little tags. And I'm also going to add a little flower to that, because I can. Oops. Okay, I am coming off page. Do that, and go down. That's it. So, oh, that got a bit messy, that one. So I better leave it out to dry properly. And on this one, I think I'll just do a little one of these. We've got so many of these flowers to use up as we go, so don't think I'm going to leave you stranded. Now, I'm not going to put that in. I'm going to leave those so they don't touch like that. And I might just be careful. I might take them out and put them back in a minute when they've dried. Okay. And they're nice because you put photos on and they look gorgeous. And last but not least, our last 2 pages. Not sure what we're going to do. I'm just going to... Right. What do you want, guys? Another flower scape? We've got lots of flowers to use. We're going to be putting them through. Don't worry about that. I might use a nice bit of flowers on the front as well. So we've done pinks, we're back to a bit of hydrangea. If I do that and then white for no, it doesn't look right, does it? Okay. How many cards have we got left? We've still got a few, but they're not going to be big enough to cover that. We need to go that way. I was trying to bring in a bit more of the hydrangea, so I'm not sure what to do on the back page. I will probably put this, yep, so that was 7.5 by 6, so 5.5. Oh, I just missed that little cut there in a hurry. Alright, I'll put that on the back as well. And I will put photo mats in or something, but I just want to take these out for a bit because they look like they've glued all right there. And I'm going to just do a little bit on this bottom end here and do that again because that was quite, oh, get off there, it's catching. This dirty old thing's catching everything. The reason I'm using this is I can go right down inside and come up the binding. Okay. If I put a lot on, okay. I'm going for gold, girls. I'm going for gold. I don't reckon I'll sleep. I'll worry that I've done something really bad. Okay. I am getting that glue right down in there. Whoop! On the desk as well. This poor old paintbrush will be going in the bin. Okay, I think a little bit more up there. I should have probably used, maybe you should try tear and tape inside. Oh, sorry. I'm a naughty girl. Alright, that's going straight to the bin. Okay, now I'm just going to pinch these in and use my ball clips to hold them. Okay. So there, and that one on there, and that will hold them in. Okay, what do you reckon? That is a mammoth job, and I am going to add some flowers around, and we'll have to do that a bit of standing up. I go back to school tomorrow. I won't be catching up with your lives for a while. Oh no! What are you studying, Nicole? I'll miss you. Thank you for popping in and being so nice to me. Okay, let's grab these flowers and go, go, go. So look at this big one here, this massive leaf. Now, so that takes me to the front of the album, and I didn't cover it with anything apart from the black, so I am going to put a nice big thing on the front. So maybe I should use, I don't know if I should do a, what do you reckon? Just do flowers coming up, like, I don't want to shut that. Okay, what about I do flowers coming up like that, and then I'll get another bunch and we'll just come around the whole album front like that. What do you reckon? It's got leaves and flowers. We've got our main flower patch on the middle, or on the bottom. So let's put this on the bottom. Well, I'm not sure. I do that on the bottom, and then some of those flowers across, and then do that leaf up there and put a couple of flowers. It's going to look tacky. What are you studying, Nicole? Okay, so this leaves room to add a couple of flowers on as well. I'm going to put that one there, and then I'm going to make sort of a flowery thing around, so it comes up there and meets at the top. Only because I'm not putting too much on, because I don't want it coming through. Okay. That one. So there. Okay. Right, now, oof, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm going to pull out this one. And I'm going to run that across the bottom. Woo! It's looking good. Aww. No, that's a beautiful thing to do. They got some amazing school now for kids like that. My little grandson's got autism and doesn't speak. Non-verbal, but he's started to since he's been having a lot of treatment, so it's really good to help the people that go out and do that. I love it, so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that for others, and have a good night. Alright, so now we're just going to randomly bring flowers in all over the album. Okay. And I don't want to really put them out with a okay, so we've got one there. Ah, jumped off. There. These are a bit fiddly, these flowers. They're small. Okay, so oh, nice big one up there. What's that, pink? Yep. Can you see? Oh, Oh, it's like a summer garden, isn't it? Oh, it's so lovely. I want to put a big one, but I don't want a too big a one in that middle piece. And I'll have that one there. And what do I want? A little bit bigger over there. Come on, stay there. And I need a baby underneath it. What do you reckon? Is that looking nice down there, like a garden? Oof, been a bit long, haven't I? I'm so sorry. Alright, so now from the top, I'm thinking these ones. So they come down like that. What do you reckon? I don't want too much glue, stop it. One more that won't, I don't want too much on. Okay. And I need the other one there. Maybe, you know, I should do it from here. And then I don't have to, and I want to take some of that glue off. It's a bit much. I know I'll get sticky when I take them off, but that's okay. Grab one and they should all come on. That's it. Okay. And that one's going to go down there. Oh, isn't that looking lovely? All right, now, gonna have to give me a sec to wash my fingers. I can't get the rest of my stuff done. It's a bit annoying. Oh, so much glue. I should have gone smaller. I know, I'm cray. I should have gone smaller. I thought I was being clever. Okay, so, and what have I got left over here? A big one there. Big hydrangea on that side. Are you loving that? Oh, there's missing a little flower here and one up there. So, and another pink, or is it another hydrangea? Oh, I love it. Look at that. Is that special? What do I put in here? Maybe some butterflies. Oh, I'll add some from the new butterfly thing. Where's those? Here they are. How about I add... Whoop, whoop, whoop. full down. I've got things everywhere, guys. You should see my mess. Look at all these little tiny butterflies in here. This is the, and I've got the gold foil, gilded wings accents that are available now. So, in here are some little butterflies. I'm going to put them in my little garden. We don't want them too big, do we? And here's a couple more. Oh, they're lovely. No, I don't know if this is too big. This has got all the... That's too big. Okay, we're just going to stick with the little ones. I need just a couple more. Do I put anything in the middle? Anyone looking at it? Do I put anything in the middle or just leave it now? I can't work it out. I don't want to put a big one in. I think it's... Oh, that is so pretty. Alright guys, I'm going to fill it up inside. Oh, I really like that. A gem in the heart of the flowers. They gave me the little packet of the white ones, but they're not really really gems. I bought out these ones. I've still got a whole heap of flowers to use, so I'm going to be going through doing that. I can tell you now. It might be a bit hard to put too much on the front, but I will try, and just a couple of them. Oh God, I'll be going all day if I do this, won't I? You need to go to bed, girls. What's the time? Oh God, it's 11:15. Oh my goodness. So sorry. I'm going to try and do a smaller one, okay? That is one heck of a garden, isn't it? Oh, there it is there. And then up the top I'll put two big ones. I'm afraid I'm going to leave it there. You all know we've got more flowers to put on. I can put more butterflies through now since I've done that. And I will fix up those and finish those pages off. So, whoop, there's a crash up there. And I've got to just add a few back those. Where's those? There. That there and that there. So that put photos on. I have photos and I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. So I'm going to leave it at that because I think you've all done very well. Whoever's stayed by has done amazing. And that is, look at that, it's starting to, that's really holding, and I'm going to leave that on overnight. That is one massive book that I did not mean to do so big. Oh good night, ladies. Thanks for popping in. And I will be using the rest of these flowers to go through with that. Okay, bye. I want to do some stamping too, so I think that you've all got the idea. Okay, bye.